Ready when you are, Adam. Okay. So hopefully I'm not too loud. So as it says, keep customers happy and productive with service-driven cloud desktops. Next slide, dude. Cool. So this is the four of us. We're over on stand 28. So myself's John, here's Adam and Jamie and Ashley over there to talk to you as well, hopefully. And lovely sponsors, Hitachi's, thank you very much for making this actually happen. And there's Workspot, we're right in the middle, gold partner. So, who are Workspot? Well, Workspot was founded about 8-9 years ago by some guys from Citrix. They had a conversation with the leaders of Citrix and they said, cloud's coming. And Citrix went, what's cloud? We're not interested, goodbye. So Amitabh was the general manager of Citrix. He left and founded Workspot with a host of other guys from different parts of Citrix and VMware. So what we do at Workspot is we do cloud desktops, Windows 10 cloud desktops, okay? So we're VDI, but we don't like the term VDI. We hate the term VDI because we're different. And one of our major differences is, of course, customer success. So why is customer success so different with Workspot? Cool. Next slide. I can't read that. Yep. So these are some of our customer quotes. Workspot's customer success is totally fundamental to us. A lot of companies, they say, buy the product, goodbye. Workspot, we stay with you all the way. And Adam here is part of our customer success team. He's actually going to tell you why we're so different, okay? So these are just some of the quotes we've got some of our customers. A UK global law firm. They're based out of London. They had Citrix. They hated it. They came to us. And our customer success is able to work with them on a daily basis to make them successful. We're all about making you, the customer, successful. Cool? So it says here that customer success is everything. So Adam, it's going to be a bit of a conversation between me and Adam. Why is customer success so important to Workspot and how are we so different?
Hello. Hi guys, so my name is Adam. I'm a customer success engineer at Workspot. I've been here for, 4 or 5 months now. Recently joined from Alpine F1 team. So it's a bit of a change. I was internal IT, now I'm like selling the stuff. So yeah, this is first time doing anything like this. I'm a little bit nervous. So yeah. Why is Workspot customer success different? So as it said on the slide earlier, success is everything. Your success is everything. If you're not successful with Workspot, we aren't doing our job right. That's why you have a customer success team that's made up of a global team of engineers, program managers, and support personnel. We join your account right after you sign on the dotted line, so you sign up for Workspot and you get passed on to customer success. And then we stay with you right the way through adoption, all the way into production and beyond. And you always know who we are, right? So names and faces might change, but you'll always know who your customer success team are. Your primary point of contact, you'll have a customer success manager and a customer success engineer. So I'm the engineer, that'll be me. And we also give you access into like the engineers and the architects and our product development team as well.
So Adam, thank you very much for that. And ladies and gentlemen, Adam is the very first time he's presented publicly. So he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. Well done, sir. So Adam, what is setting Workspot apart from so many other companies that say they have customer success? I hear you say we're different. I haven't seen a difference yet.
Cool, yeah. So there are really 4 pillars to our customer success program that set us apart in an industry that has been known for broken promises. We'll go into each of the 4 pillars in detail, but they're listed here for you now. So the first one is the included go live deployment services. The second one will be access to industry experts who guide you through your ongoing cloud and end user compute transformation. Third, we have an agile development process, which allows us to address customer-generated features really, really quickly, thus driving the product innovation. You really can help mold the product around your needs. And finally, our highly responsive support team, whose sole priority is your business uptime. Key thing to remember, though, is that Workspot customer success comes at no extra cost to you, the customer. It's included for every customer, no matter the size. So whether you're the smallest customer, just starting out on your cloud journey, or you're the biggest enterprise that's been in cloud for like ever, you get us no matter what. You don't pay a penny for our professional services whilst you're adopting or expanding. And that means that there's no meter running, right? You don't have a set number of hours that you have with us. You don't have a limit to the number of times you can call us. Yeah, and we believe that this is what genuine customer success is. So each of those 4 pillars, we'll look at those in detail now. So the first one there is the adoption timeline. So this is your included go-live deployment services. And we're just going to run through the line there. So it says we generally allow up to 90 days for adoption. And we start off with, on the left-hand side there, a kick-off meeting with the customer. So we provide you information, they provide us information about how the project's going to work, about all the information that we need. Then we move on to the setup phase, where we're setting up either the GCP or the Azure subscription or project. It's important to note there that we are currently the only provider doing Windows 10 on multiple clouds, right? You can't do Windows 10 on GCP with anyone else at the moment. So during the setup phase, this can take anywhere from like a day to 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even longer. It depends on customer interaction, because we need that interaction to create the networks and then links onto the customer network. After that, we go on to a validation phase. So we have 3 to 5 users validating and testing the solution. And we continually refine that experience until necessary. And that can take as long as it takes. And after the validation, we then go into the final phase of the adoption, which is the training and deployment. We provide you training, recorded training sessions and documentation that you can use to brand in your own way for your end users and things like that. Once you finish the adoption, then you go into your regular customer success services, which includes more training support, additional deployment services if needed, and just general keeping in touch.
Cool, thank you very much, Adam. Now, I've heard Adam say Workspot's the only cloud desktop provider of Windows 10 in GCP. I've heard also that customer success is vital to Workspot. That's what sets us apart. And I've also seen on a previous slide that it said no cost. Now, Adam, on this slide it says allow up to 90 days. Does that mean after 90 days I've got to pay for your services and you walk away?
No, absolutely not. So as I said, we generally allow up to 90 days for the adoption phase. But I also said that we stay with the account past adoption and into production. So to give you a couple of examples, we had an Irish construction firm who was with us in adoption for less than a month. Right, it took them less than a month to go from kick-off meeting into full production. Equally, we had a British semiconductor firm who were in adoption for over a year. Right, so it really doesn't matter. They didn't pay any extra for that. It's all part of the service. Right, so the second pillar that we were going to talk about then is the ongoing transformation piece. So once you're into production, as I said, we do not leave you. You're regularly going to have meetings with your customer success team to check up on the account to make sure that if there are any updates from your side, any updates from our side, if there are product updates coming along. And if there are any niggles that you think that you might need to suggest feature requests or anything like that, we generally just keep in touch, and they're either monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, they're whatever you feel comfortable with. We understand that things change, and sometimes those things are outside of your control. You might need to change the cloud that you're on, and that's absolutely fine, because your CTO on Monday will be saying, oh, we're all Azure. By the next week, he might be, we're all GCP, and you're like, how are we going to do that? Workspot is there for you, right? You might need to deal with an acquisition or getting acquired. Again, we're there to help. And you might need to change some of the infrastructure like firewalls or stuff behind it. Again, we can help with that. The key is anything to do with your cloud desktops, we're there for you. We're there to help you, and we stay with you. So our third pillar then is the agile development and continuous product innovation.
Okay, thank you, Adam. I like this wheel. I see this continual product development wheel a lot. I see it on Microsoft sites. I see it on a lot of people. So why is customer success at Workspot bringing this up?
Yeah, so because Workspot operates an agile development process, that means that we aim to introduce new updates and new features roughly every 6 to 8 weeks. That means that through your customer success cadence calls with your customer success team, you can genuinely influence the product, right? So if you have a hard requirement or even just a good idea on something that needs to change within the product, we can generally turn it around fairly quickly. And as I said, these are a direct result of your regular meetings with your customer success team. I'll give you a bit of an example of that. Before I joined Workspot, as I said, I worked for Alpine F1 team. And we were evaluating Workspot as our remote desktop remote access strategy. And one of the primary use cases we had was our CAD designers. Now, they use a very fancy piece of equipment called a Space Mouse, and they use like the top of the range one that has a screen and all sorts of fancy functional buttons that I don't really understand what they do. But the core thing is that a bit of that didn't work. So the screen and some of the function buttons didn't work with the Workspot client as the CAD designers wanted it to. So I was working with John, he was our sales engineer, and I said, John, this just doesn't work. The CAD designers don't like it because of this. And John took it away. I think he worked with one of our lead developers who actually went out and bought one of those Space Mouse and fixed the client so that it worked. Came back to me 2 weeks later with a fixed client, and we were happy days. The CAD designers loved it from that point on. I wasn't even a customer at that point, so imagine as a customer what you can do for the product, right? If you have anything that you need doing. Imagine what Workspot will do for you. Right then, so the fourth pillar and the final pillar is the holistic problem resolution bit. So our support team is an extension of our customer success team, right? They're not an afterthought, they're not a separate department. That means that they have access, the same access to the engineers, the architects, product development that I do as an engineer. One of our most powerful tools is our Network Operations Center, and support and monitoring this daily, day in, day out. And it means that they can proactively reach out to you if they see or notice any problems, maybe even before you've seen it yourself. Another recent example would be actually our support team caught a ransomware attack on one of our customers. So through the knock, that they noticed their gateways, the customer gateways, had become inaccessible, and they logged into them and were presented with the ransomware screen. That kicked off a series of events. So the first thing they did was they contacted one of our architects, and his first job was to contact the customer. And the customer then set into motion their chain of events. whilst our architect was contacting the customer, our support team was shutting down everything it was Azure in this case. They was shutting down everything in the Workspot subscription so that it couldn't propagate any further. And in this case, the ransomware had perpetuated from an on-premise user. They clicked a link in an email, and it had gone all the way around the customer's on-premise network, up over their VPN link, across the VNet peer, and infected the Workspot gateways. Once this was all discovered and once we were engaged with the customer, we stayed engaged with them until they were recovered, and that took them about 12 hours. And once they were all recovered, we sort of disengaged and sort of said, okay, yeah, we're all good there. All of these things, so all 4 pillars that we've just spoken about, lead to this rather impressive number of 140% plus net customer retention. A large part of that figure is due to our customer success team. If you want to know more, if you want to chat to us a bit more, we're over there on stand 28. I've been Adam. Thank you very much.
Well done, Adam. Everybody, Fuse 2, Inti, Spin Panel and Vondage, give this young man a round of applause for his very first public speaking engagement. Well done, Adam. That takes guts to stand up here, and it wasn't one of his KPIs, I assure you. So, next slide. The Workspot here. No, it's, oh, yeah, it's there. So we're going to be doing a live demo and a full architecture presentation at 2 o'clock in the Hampshire suite. That'll be myself and our main salesman, Jamie. We're all on stand 28. Come along and find out more if you can't make that session. Otherwise, you'll see me spinning up around about 300 cloud desktops in about 3 minutes in GCP. And I don't know anything about GCP, and I can do it so you can do it. Please take a snapshot of the QR code. Please provide feedback that Adam rocked it. Yeah, so well done, Adam.